Hello everybody and welcome to part 9 of what if Peter Parker, also known as Spider-Man, was in the My Hero Academia universe. If you haven't seen the previous parts, I suggest you do so. But whatever, I'm not forcing you to. There will be a link in the description below and the annotation above. We start with the internships on the first day. For the most part, I'm just going to focus on Peter's experience, Peter's internship, because we have all seen the others and I don't think they would vary too much. Peter arrives in the city and follows the address using Google Maps and comes across a huge building with a big A on it. He walks in and goes to the receptionist and says, "Excuse me, my name is Peter Parker. I'm here to see Mr. Stark." The receptionist looks at his computer, types a few things and says, "He's in the 20th floor. He's expecting you." Peter goes up to the 20th floor and knocks on the door. Peter comes in and says, "Hello, Mr. Stark. My name is..." Stark interrupts saying, "Peter Parker, just the man, or well, boy, I have been expecting. And call me Tony. Mr. Stark was my father." Peter says, "Okay, Mr. Stark." Tony sighs and says, "Well, Peter, you're probably wondering why I sent an offer for you. Jarvis, pull up the little spider protocol." You see, and this might sound a little creepy, I've been watching you since you were a boy. I knew your parents very well. They were very nice people, and they told me about their quirkless son, who would spend all day tinkering with their support items, trying to learn how they worked. I let you do an internship at Stark Industries when you were like 10, but then you manifested a quirk at a very late age, unusual to say the least. Then you got accepted into the top hero program in Japan after moving here because of your aunt. But not only that, you also entered in the support course and got a special curriculum to be able to do both. Let me see your suit and the devices you made. Peter says, "Okay," and like kind of nervous because he's kind of nervous around Mr. Stark, and shows him the suit. Like he opens the case and shows him the suit. Tony looks at the suit and stops for a moment. Then he looks at the web shooters and the other devices Peter has made. Then at the web fluid and the special web fluid. Tony then says, "So this stuff comes out of you, right?" Peter nods. Then Tony continues, "Then what is this? It's different. Higher tensile strength and durability, I think." Peter then says, well, you see, after the sports festival and an encounter with a villain, I realized my webs were easily broken / melted, so I looked for a way to modify them and make them stronger and more resistant. Tony then goes back to the spider tracer and asks, "What about these? What are these?" Peter says, "Those are my spider tracers. I used them in the sports festival as well, but I don't think anyone noticed. They're a device that allows me to locate anyone I anyone I ping them with. I keep track through a heads-up display in my mask." Tony says, "You know, you could upgrade it with Peter interrupts with a Audino Esplora. "I thought of that, but the school doesn't have too many of those laying around for every tracer, so I don't..." And Tony interrupts, "Peter, say no more. Stark International will be taking over your support items." Like, what I mean here is kind of like there's a company who makes the hero uniform and the support items. In this case, Stark International, Tony's company, is going to take care of Peter's. "You design them as well as you can, and we will make them for you and adjust them a bit. Sound good?" Peter says, "Yeah," and thinks to himself, "OMG, Mr. Sykes is going to finance me." He then continues talking. "Wait, how much will it cost me?" Tony answers, "Oh, nothing. Consider it a favor. Kind of about your parents. And hey, if you ever make Parker Industries or anything of the sort, you can repay me." Changing topics, this is how your internship is going to go. We quit with some of the heroes because of staying, the hero killer. With having you here as a bonus, like we're having your internship as a bonus. We're an international thing. Now today you spend the day with me. I want to discuss some of your tech, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Tomorrow you spend the day with Cap. Peter freaks out, internally thinking, "Oh my God, I'm going to meet Captain America, the only hero that appeared before Quirks." Then day 3, you'll be paired with Wonder Woman or Hawkeye. I don't really know yet. Day 4 with the one who you were not paired with the other day, and the 5th day Captain Marvel. Those are the people we brought to Japan for the hero killer in case anything goes awry. Like, we have no idea how this is going to go, so we kind of brought some heavy hitters. The rest of the day, Tony shows Peter around the facilities, and Peter is awestruck at every turn. He even gets to see the Iron Man armor, which he's very impressed by, and they also discuss possible upgrades Peter can add to his suit. The day ends and Peter gets to sleep in a room in the tower. After going crazy with all of Tony's machines and seeing everything, he loved the place. He even stayed up late kind of tinkering. The second day, Peter sleeps. When at 6 o'clock, Steve Rogers walks into Peter's room and sounds a trumpet, saying, "Time to get up, soldier." Peter, as Peter hears the trumpets, and is scared by the sound, like it's a surprising sound to just happen at 6 o'clock, he springs from the bed to the roof in a spider combat ready position. Then, after realizing what is happening, jumps back to the ground. He yawns, asking what time it is. Cap answers, "It's 0600 hours, soldier. Time to get up for the routine training." This day, Peter spends the morning training and training in combat with Cap, getting his ass kicked a lot. And he also gets a lot of inspiring speeches by Steve. In the afternoon, they go on patrol, searching the area for the hero killer, which they do not find. They do end up taking like some minor thugs out, like some minor people committing crime. Day 3, Peter gets up on his own, and when he gets to the cafeteria, he meets Hawkeye sitting there, who says, "Morning, kid." They spend the day just hanging out, playing games for the majority of the morning. Later, they do target practice with Hawkeye, whose quirk is perfect aim, like he cannot miss. Hawkeye teaches Peter how to aim better, and better combat, In the afternoon, the early evening, they go on patrol. While they are on patrol eating burgers, suddenly there is an attack by the Nomus. You know, the one in the show. Hawkeye tells Peter to run back to the tower, and pulls out a little card from his pocket and says into it, "Avengers assemble." Peter is on his way back to the tower. He gets a text from Midoriya. He wonders why Midoriya would send his location. Now, since he's wearing the mask, because he is kind of in hero mode, he notices that Midoriya and Iida's locations are the same, and thinks something bad is probably happening there. He then texts in the group chat where Midoriya sent his message, "Hey guys, Iida's in the same place as Midoriya. Something bad is probably happening. I'm going there now. If you can, send help." Peter runs to the place where Iida and Midoriya are. As Peter arrives, Todoroki just said, "Midoriya, you should give more information sending your text." Thankfully, Peter gave us extra information on what's happening. Todoroki then does the ice slide, getting everyone to safety, and shoots fire at Stain, and says, "You are just what they said you were, but you won't be taking any more lives, hero killer," like he does in the anime. And Peter warns Todoroki about the blood quirk. Stain shoots his knives at Todoroki, but before they hit, like they do in the anime, they are thrown to the wall by webs. As Stain attacks Todoroki, like he does in the anime, Peter swings in, throwing him away, saying, "Did someone order a life save?" Stain gets up, saying, "You have good friends, Ingenium." Peter's spider sense goes off as he notices the sword. He jumps in the air, catching it, and throws it over the building so Stain can't use it. At that moment, he gets hit by Stain's knives. Damn, I didn't notice. There's so much danger around for my spider sense to pinpoint exact things. Todoroki, how about a full-scale attack? Todoroki says can't, while shooting fire, keeping Stain at bay. It would destroy the surrounding area. Midoriya then gets up and attacks Stain, throwing him next to the wall, like he throws him to the ground like he does in the anime, saying, "I don't know why, but I can move now." Peter says, "Guys, we are 3 against 1 now. Midoriya and I can take the pro and Iida to safety while Todoroki keeps him at bay," and calls the heroes. "The heroes are already on their way," says Todoroki, "and even so, I'm not strong enough to keep him occupied that long." Peter jumps up and shoots a web line at Stain, connecting. He then shouts "full shock" and activates the taser on his webs, shocking Stain. Stain pulls the web out and gets up. "You have the potential to be a great hero. You shall be spared," along with the green-haired boy. Stain then throws 2 more knives at them. One of them hits Peter, the other Todoroki. Then he jumps at Peter trying to attack, and Peter evades, webbing Stain's feet to the ground. But just as at this moment, Stain swallows Peter's blood from the knife. Peter is immobilized. At the same moment that Peter gets immobilized, Midoriya attacks Stain, screaming "smash," knocking him away. Iida then gets up and asks Todoroki to freeze his engine without freezing the mufflers or the pipes, however they're called, like he does in the anime. Todoroki does this, and Stain, still stuck on the ground because of Peter's more resistant webbing, is hit with a 5% Detroit smash from Midoriya and a reciprocal burst from Iida, knocking him out. Peter asked, facing a wall because of the way he landed, "Did we win? Guys? Can somebody please tell me what's happening?" Midoriya then says, "We won," and they tie Stain up with Peter's webbing instead of the rope they find in the anime. And the heroes arrive, including Gran Torino and, in this scenario, Hawkeye. I hope you all enjoyed the episode. Please be sure to leave a like. I know this is a long episode, but a truly awesome one in my opinion. And subscribe to the channel for more My Hero Academia What Ifs. I hope you all enjoy, and until next time, have a nice day.